Alright, hi everyone. I'm Caitlin, and today I get to talk to you about something that I'm sure you've guessed by now, because of past speeches, that I'm very passionate about, which is studying abroad. I was in Italy last semester, and it was the most amazing experience of my whole life. And trust me, I get it. You've heard it a million times, you've seen the Instagram posts, heard all the stories, and you're thinking, what is so great about studying abroad? Well, sit back, because I'm here to tell you. Study abroad really is an experience like no other, and every student should take full advantage of the opportunity we are given to travel the world for an entire semester. And I could go on and on for hours and explain it to you, and I really don't think it would hit you until you got to experience it for yourself. Because I was in your shoes once, and I was a skeptic. My friend had to convince me to go because I didn't think I could go a whole semester. I didn't think I could leave Oxford for that long. But trust me, Oxford will be right here when you get back, and you'll be a better person because of it. So, once I tell you all the reasons you should go abroad and you're thinking, maybe I should, you could thank me later. So, there are so many benefits to going abroad. I looked online, did some research, and a lot of them are pretty straightforward and basic, but you get to see the world, a new city every weekend, new country. You get to get an amazing education. I'm also going to let you know this because it's a persuasive speech. My classes were pass-fail. I've heard a lot of the programs are, but you get to take in a new culture, which I actually thought was the most rewarding and beautiful part because I said I'd never been to Italy. It was really beautiful to see how people live and how they interact and just how they view the world. You get to develop and hone in on your language skills. Again, I was in Italy. Ciao. You could have possible future career opportunities, and I know this sounds silly, but networking, internships, friends you meet. There's always a possible situation where you can network and make connections. And going off of that, you make lifelong friends, and I know I did, and I wouldn't trade them for the world. And of course, experiencing personal development and more. I had actually never been to Europe before I decided to study abroad. I got to travel places and see cities I've never dreamed of. I was able to become an expert traveler. I mastered the tube in London. I got to know the bus schedule. I was able to travel all around Florence. I even actually learned how to cook. I took a cooking class, and it was awesome. And most importantly, I experienced new ways of living, and it really opened my eyes to how much of a bubble I live in. I got to make new friends that no doubt are going to be in my life forever. We're already planning each other's weddings. Everyone abroad is on an adventure. Everyone's nervous. Everyone's apprehensive. And because of that, you get to bond. And there is a place for everyone, and there's so many programs and opportunities. You're going to fit in no matter where you go. All right, so let's talk about the travel part. Flight to a new country, this was always my justification to my parents, is cheaper than a flight to Florida. So how could you even think about passing that up? I got to go round trip to Paris from Italy for $85. My most expensive flight was maybe $200, but again, cheaper than Florida. And you get to go to a cool new place that who knows when you'll get to go back to. Sounds pretty worth it to me. I actually looked on Expedia before this, and right now they have a flight from Italy to Germany for $120. Not too shabby. I know people get nervous because they think a semester abroad is far too out of the budget. I was nervous about that too, but I'm here to tell you that through the Miami University Study Abroad office, any program you choose will match the financial aid you receive at Miami. And so if you go on My Miami, you could see how to apply for the scholarships, how to apply for the loans, and how to get started the application process. Your advisor is really going to walk you through it. Everything is really easily laid out. It's not that hard to navigate, so there is no excuse. You could easily start applying and begin your applications as soon as possible because the earlier, the better, let me tell you. Once you know you're in, then the fun part starts. Going abroad changes you, and I know that sounds redundant, but it changes you for the better. The travel isn't always smooth, and things get messy, but you get to come home a new person having seen the world. You get to come home and your friends are right here where you left them, and everything just falls back into place. And I promise you, the day you come back to America, you'll be thinking about planning your next trip. I know I am, and I'm going June 1st. All right, so now, are you ready for the best experience of your life?